Okay, I'm out here in the fur shed. The lighting's terrible. This is how I bleach a skull, a European mounted skull. After it macerates for 10 days, then I will soak it for 2 days in a 5-gallon bucket with Dawn dishwashing liquid. After that, I pull it out and put it in this little tub that came from the dollar store, and I'll fill these little Ziploc baggies up with water to displace, so I don't have to use as much hydrogen peroxide. Then I go to Kroger's and get a turkey bag that you roast a turkey in, and I put the skull in that. You want to zip tie the antler burrs really good. You want to double up, fold it around, and zip tie it, because you don't want to get any hydrogen peroxide on your burrs in through there. That is, you go to the dollar store. And I noticed after COVID now, like everything else, they've jacked up the price from 80 cents to now $1.30 a container. It takes 2.5 quarts of hydrogen peroxide to do a skull. You fill that bag up and you're going to leave it for 2 days, and it will come out it'll come out looking pretty, all bleached out. And it sanitizes it, and all the odor will be gone because we did macerate this for 10 days. That's how I bleach a skull out. I don't use the paste. I don't go to the beauty salon. I just use just go to Dollar General and just get some regular old hydrogen peroxide. 2.5 quarts is all it takes to bleach a deer skull out. Got some work to do here, buddy. Gotta. I don't know if you guys want to see the video or not, but we got a bunch of traps that we need to clean and re-dye and re-wax. They all caught. Okay, on day 2, we're going to open the bag up and we're going to put a blue paper towel over the top. The problem is you can't fill it all. You can't get hydrogen peroxide on the burrs, or it'll take the patini off of them. You can sit here with some Dawn on a toothbrush and make those burrs look just like that. That is just dirt and tree bark and the sap from trees and everything when they're rubbing. So you just want to put a blue paper towel over it like that. We still got half a quart there, and we're going to pour that on that blue paper towel, and capillary action will keep it wet because we're going to seal it back up. That'll make sure the top gets good and bleached too. Okay guys, there you go. So after it soaks for 2 days in the hydrogen peroxide and we pull it out, then we put the jawbone in what's left of the hydrogen peroxide to bleach it out. But as you can see, it's nice and white. And what I like about the maceration method is you can see the concha inside the nasal cavity. Look at that detail. Isn't that pretty? I mean, look at that. The septum and the concha. And we didn't mess the burrs up at all. See that? What really disappoints me about this 10-pointer is I was almost sure when I shot him that this was a 4.5-year-old deer. Okay? But to age 4.5, down here at the 3rd molar here, we should have had a little bit of wear right there. And the back of the cusp of the 6th molar should be a little bit of an incline and flatten there more. 4.5-year-olds, the back of the 6th molar, the back of the cusp will be a little more slanted going back. 3 and 4 here will be a little rounded off. And so, I mean, I can tell by looking at it, this is a 3.5 out sending the teeth in. So I was real disappointed in that. So next year we have to get a 4.5, probably a 12-pointer. We have to move the bar up a little bit for our out-of-state hunts. But see, this macerated for 10 days, and then we soaked it for 2 days in a 5-gallon bucket with Dawn dishwashing liquid. And we didn't power wash it. We didn't take a garden hose to it. No, nothing. We did shake it a little bit in the bucket, in the 5-gallon bucket with Dawn, but turns out pretty good, don't you think? So there you have it. We didn't boil it, didn't use any propane, just macerate for 10 days with a fish tank heater, at 90 degrees. 2 days in hydrogen peroxide after we degrease it for 2 days. Oh, there's a better view of the concha inside the nasal cavity.